Okay, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Me, I'm doing good. Let's talk about the Country Wayne skits this morning. Dom, when you find out that that's El Chavo, whatever his name is, baby, I don't know what you gonna do. Cause I wonder if that baby that she got is his baby or not. I wonder. Hmm. We gonna find out. Now, as far as Sonny and Mike is concerned, Sonny, I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud you stood your ground and you know your worth and you said absolutely not. Am I gonna let Mike come in here and make me feel bad because you decided to go out there and mess around with Melissa and keeping the both of them? No, I don't blame Sonny. Like I said, a lot of women need to have respect for David JJ's and understand why would you want to have sex behind another woman? Like I said, these men will sit there and tell you they're not having sex with their wife, they're not having sex with their girl. Yes, they having sex with their girl, and yes, they having sex with their wife. So I don't know why y'all sit there and believe it. Unless a man says he's celibate and can prove that he's been celibate or abstinent for a period of time, you shouldn't mess with him because the only thing you're doing is infecting yourself not only with diseases but also stuff that's gonna mess up the rest of your body parts. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you're having sex with a man, and no, you may not have any type of venereal diseases, but that don't mean you're not gonna have problems with your abdomen. You're not gonna have problems in other areas because of what I like to call contaminated sperm. So I'm just saying, leave them men alone. Stop messing around with men that got a girl that's dating somebody else. Find a man that is not out here like that. That's your best bet. A man that's not out here with other women, being with other women, sleeping with other women, because you got to remember, you're the one being inseminated, not the other way around. As far as Angeline. I'm sorry. Every time I think about Jolene. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to Beyonce, Dolly Parton. Anyway, you're starting to give her bad advice at this point. You're going from giving her the right advice to giving her bad advice. You telling her to go to counseling. Go to counseling for what? Anthony and Shayla do not need to go to counseling until him and Amber are done. What y'all need to be trying to do is trying to get him to sign them papers. Trying to get that man to sign them papers because Amber signed. He has not signed. Writers, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all trying to get Amber to go to these counseling sessions? For what? He's just trying to get information out of her so that way he can basically use it in court. That's what he's trying to do. And I don't know why in the world she don't seem to grasp that fact. Girl, he is just trying to get stuff out of you so he can basically use it in the divorce. So he can get a non-contested divorce. He doesn't lose nothing. You go your way and he goes his. So that's all that is. He's trying to make it so you leave with nothing. And you stupid enough to go to these council sessions. Girl, bye. The minute that woman came over and told you what she did, if both of y'all would have came calmly, you probably would have got more information. She would have found out that he told you that he's trying to get back together with you. You could have showed him text messages and evidence of that. And that way she could have prepped her daughter for that. But no, both of y'all going at each other's throats. Nothing gets accomplished when two people sitting up here yelling and arguing. Arguing for what? The best way to deal with negative people is to be calm. Let them talk. Cause trust me, you get the truth out of them when you let them talk. Let them talk. Cause you'll get more out of them if you just let them talk and you sit there and listen. Cause the more you're trying to overtalk somebody, you're not listening. So you're not hearing the truth. You're hearing what you want to hear. And that's the problem. Amber wants to hear what she wants to hear. The one thing about all of these women they all got in common, they going to go to somebody until somebody tells them what they want to hear. All these men on these things are the same way. But what was funny was the way that Ralphie told him. The way that Ralphie sat up there and played that. Shout out to my big daddy. Shout out to Ralphie. Ralphie saw him and her Sonny and old boy together. He ain't say nothing. Cause he's like Ralphie thinking Mike is with Melissa. So why in the world, does it matter what Sonny does? You chose Melissa. You gave Melissa money to go to school. So I don't understand what your problem is. I'm like this. That's not my problem. That's just not my problem. Ain't my problem. I'm not even sent today, y'all. But anyway, as for, is there anything else going on? I will say this: the Kountry Wayne skits need to get better. Like I said, the fact that I'm glad they're introducing other scenarios. To be honest, I'm glad about the thing with Sarah and her nieces and what's going on with that. So I think they're gonna end up adopting those kids and making them their own. So I think DC gonna let go of this thing about the baby thing. And like I said, can we please get Erica and Lawrence married? Now them two definitely need to go to counseling because they definitely need to learn how to deal with each other. But I love the fact they deal with their issues as they go. So that's always a good thing. But I don't think Nina's done yet. I think she's going to try something. I think she's going to try to pull something. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think she's going to try to pull something. But somehow, some way, something going to happen with Lawrence. And it's not even going to be his fault. But he should have listened when everybody told him to leave that girl alone. But that's another conversation. As for Dom, somehow, some way, there's something going on between Dom and Ali. I wonder what that could be about because when Melissa saw him and come to find out they know each other, I wonder how. That's gonna be an interesting thing. And like I said, when Angela finds out Raquel is the one messing around with Dee, that's gonna be epic. I think eventually she gonna find out about Momo, and I wonder who gonna be the one to tell her. All I know is now that Tamara got that information from Asha, and they figured out they were talking about two different females. Thank God for that. Thank God they fixed that. I wonder what Tamara gonna do with this, and I wonder if she gonna find out which one of them between the pastor's wife and Raquel, which one was the one that did it. I'm gonna go with Raquel, but then again, I'm not gonna look past the pastor's wife either. But then again, the pastor's wife doesn't know that that's Tamara's studio, so she don't know. I think that was Raquel that did that. But like I said, all this stuff needs to happen so that way if Dee and Tamara do get back together this time, it may actually work. But then again, who knows? Um, like I said, it's a lot going on, but some stuff just don't make no sense. Cause like I said, this going and going to counseling with Amber and Anthony for what? The only time you go to counseling is when you're trying to fix your marriage, and I don't know why these writers don't understand that. It's just like this whole counseling thing is stupid because what is the point of going if they're not trying to basically get back together? They might as well just go through a divorce. Why y'all prolonging the divorce? We want the divorce. I think that's why y'all prolonging it because we want the divorce. Anyway, with Kelvin and Judy, I'm glad they talked. Do I think Judy gonna help him with his business and everything? Yes. Do I think he gonna find out that guy is basically swindling him out of money? Yes. Do I think that when him and Brittany find out that they're half brother and sister, do I think he gonna take it well? I don't know. We have to wait and see on that. But we don't know yet because they haven't met yet. But wait till they find out. And wait till Amber find out that that's her half brother. That's really gonna be interesting. Well, step brother. That's gonna be interesting. So we'll have to just sit back and wait and see how that play out in that situation. But yeah, we need to see more of Kelvin and Amber right now. Cause Victor, girl, you not into Victor like that. Girl, leave Victor alone. Let Victor find a woman that's gonna help him get a green card and move forward. Like I said, none of this makes any sense. As far as the Amber and Anthony situation, it's like they're trying to grasp at straws and it just ain't working. Can we be more realistic about this? Please, Wayne.